Hey everyone, this is Gwen FTW Sky FTL.
No. Are you seriously recording your screen with your camera in 2015? There is absolutely no excuse for that. None. And in case you can't see the issue here, the audio from the original video is muffled, the video looks blurry and undersaturated compared to the original, and I can see the progress bar at the bottom of your screen! Okay, that last part is a nitpick, but you get my point. Actually, if this video's background were too bright, you wouldn't be able to record it at all with this method. Yet another reason to not use it. Not to mention the potential shaking, which admittedly doesn't happen in this one, which means at least you were using a tripod, it looks like, but ugh. As long as you don't just do the commentary live, that's exactly what I'm in for, aren't I? This is what Ryan meant when he called the commentary community hell. I can already feel myself falling deeper into a void of unscripted points that immediately get debunked by the next comment that they make until my brain spirals into an unfathomable madness. Okay, maybe that's a bit too far. It might not be that bad.
Okay, so this is a video for all the Justin Bieber haters. I just want you to know, Justin Bieber is not gay. It's clear.
How can you tell if he's not gay?
Clearly, the best way to respond to a lack of evidence is with a lack of evidence. In fact, looking at the date on their video, it's from 2011. The fact that you're doing a commentary on a 4-year-old video aside, this was when Justin Bieber was dating Selena Gomez. In other words, they have more non-existent evidence that they don't bring up than you have non-existent evidence that you don't bring up. Therefore, their point is more valid. You're both stupid, but their point is more valid.
I have 276 pictures of him on wall. That's sad.
Nothing looks like 276 posters on the walls, and doesn't look sad at all.
Because she's obviously showing you the entire wall and every wall in that room, not to mention the fact that this could be the other girl's room, who might not have 276 pictures on her wall.
And the only reason why you wear those sunglasses...
Shut up, not relevant.
Real.
The guys who are hating on him are probably sitting alone at their house, okay?
Yep. They're probably loners.
You're probably playing board games with your mama in your basement, okay?
What makes you think we play board game with our mom, with our mothers? That makes no sense at all.
Calling you a nerd! You nerd!
You remember that one girl who talked bad about Justin Bieber? I dropped her face.
Yeah.
Dropped her. Right on her face.
Yep. We don't do
Nose
them.
bleeding and everything.
I
Really gross.
don't like Justin Bieber haters. I love Justin.
If you like Justin Bieber, that's fine, but try to respect people's opinion on him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. You should respect other people's opinions on things, even if they disagree with yours.
Look at this. I love him. I love that child.
He's a horrible person.
Oh, so wait, you're allowed to use your opinion on his character to debunk her opinion on him? What was that thing you said earlier?
Try to respect people's opinion on him.
Yeah. Maybe you should be doing that. It's worse than I thought. I thought they were going to debunk his points right after he made them, but he's debunking them himself right after he makes them.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Not joking.
That's me. Not joking at all. See this? Does this look like a
I'm
smile?
not smiling.
Not joking.
Okay, well now I am.
No, I am.
Because I'm thinking about him, but...
You're just smiling for the wrong cause.
Smiling for the wrong cause. Like the cause of liking Justin Bieber? Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that was disrespecting someone's opinion. Please tell me there are other points he makes that are more intelligent.
We watched Never Say Never
Last night and I
for
cried.
like the 16th time.
I cried.
Okay.
In
And
like
we
the
both
last
cried.
Why would you cry over that? That's
We didn't watch
stupid.
it.
You're stupid! I'm sorry. That was disrespectful of your opinion. That's disrespecting their opinion. Continue.
I love him more.
No.
Okay, so...
If you like him, that's totally...
You know what? No. I've had it with you. You do not get to tell somebody that their opinion is wrong and then turn around and ask for them to respect other people's opinions. How can you ask for respect when you have no respect yourself? This video is complete garbage, and that's not me disrespecting your opinion. That's me disrespecting how hypocritical and contradictory your statements are. The one halfway respectable point you bring up, 3 times in a 5-minute video I might add, is completely arbitrary, as you say pretty much the opposite during the rest of the video. This was your first commentary, so let me give you a big piece of advice for your later videos. Practice what you preach!
Oh shit, who's that? Let me go get that real quick, guys. Oh shit, it's Diddy Kong from the Donkey Kong series. Very funny, Cory Margera, but I'm BoonSlayer, and I know more about video games than you. You'll never know as much as I know about the PS4 and its technology. In case you haven't realized this yet, I made a video on my Boon Cannon series talking about how stupid you are.
Wait, is that supposed to be me? Because that sounds like a stereotypical nerd voice. Oh, I get it, because I'm supposed to be a stereotypical nerd, right? Ha, funny joke. When did I call you stupid, though? I mean, I remember calling out the fact that you were calling Sony stupid. I remember, a few things involving the word stupid in the video, but I don't remember actually calling you stupid. See, if I wanted to call you stupid, I wouldn't simply debunk the points that you made in the video. No, I would call you stupid. And based on your reaction to my complaints, yeah, you're stupid.
BoonSlayer? BoonSlayer, you ass! Everyone knows that I don't get any poon, even my own mom. Jesus, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, I kind of figured that.
In the comments, you like to point out my past content. Okay, here's a piece of past content. See, you may notice my name, BoonSlayer, and the question I get on occasion is, what is a boon? How do you slay it? Well, the answer is that a boon is a 3-1 satyr with flash. Yeah, it turns out the origin of the name BoonSlayer comes from my origin in magic, or should I say my reincarnation into magic. See, when I started going to this card shop, it was determined that I needed a nickname, and here's literally how the nickname came about. Hey, I need a nickname. BoonSlayer. And that just became my nickname. Less than a month later, Magic got a Jedi. And instead of just being BoonSlayer, I became BoonSlayer Paladin. And then, in Theros, Boon Satyr came out. And I just started being called BoonSlayer. So yeah, the name actually is BoonSlayer. I didn't get that because I throw harpoons.
Oh, shut up! Jesus! Anyway, if you would have saw my video, you would realize that the PS4 doesn't need backwards compatibility to be a competitive force in the gaming industry. Sony doesn't need to listen to the likes of you. Hold on, dude.
No. You hold on. Once again, you're putting words in my mouth. If you play the video that you're actually responding to... Look, Cory, I'm not faulting your intent with this video. I get what you're actually trying to say. Widespread compatibility with PS2 games, and yeah, PS1 games for that matter, that would be nice, would increase system sales. It would influence parents to buy the system for their kids, as the library of games would be in the thousands. Many of them very inexpensive to own. It would give more options to the consumer. So yeah, now that I've debunked your straw man, let's hear your argument against that straw man that isn't at all related to my argument.
Alright, I never said that the PS4 needed backwards compatibility with the PS2 in order to be successful. I just said it was stupid, in my opinion, that they didn't have backwards compatibility out of the box, because, let's face it, the PS2 was one of the biggest selling consoles of all time. Alright, it sold over 120 million units worldwide. Okay, so not to have backwards compatibility with at least the PS2, to me, is just foolish.
No, you didn't use the words the PS4 needs PS2 backwards compatibility in order to succeed. You didn't use those actual words, but you did say that they were stupid for not having it, and as you put it, foolish. Logic would certainly indicate that, a company needs to make non-stupid and non-foolish decisions in order to succeed. No, you didn't actually say those words, but you calling them stupid and foolish certainly implied them. And based on the fact that you're using, a bad impersonation to state my points and not actually use quotes from me directly or even use the actual words that I used, I'm guessing you know what implication is.
You retard! If Sony puts backwards compatibility in the PS4 with the PS2, then guess what? The consoles are going to start overheating! Overheating? You seriously buy into that? Dude, Sony's been releasing every single console they've ever made with small fucking revisions. So do you really think that they would have a hard time adding PS2 technology, more specifically the emotion engine, into the PS4 and have a problem with it fucking overheating? And even if they have to retool it around and modify it a bit and, recode it and stuff like that, which I know you're going to have to basically do if you want to have, PS2 emulation. But if you want to have it right out of the box, you can easily just put the emotion engine inside the PS4 and then rework a few things inside of the console. It's not that hard.
This is from the article I had the link to in the description. What's different now is the increased complexity in hardware and software and heat issues, says veteran coder and game designer Martin Hollis. The best way to support your old console in terms of broadest support of all old games is to actually include the hardware of the old system inside the new one. CPU, GPU, sound chips, ideally the whole caboodle. This works well enough when you look at a price list for the components, as the old chips have become cheap enough to include without bumping the cost of the new system. Sadly, though, with the high-frequency clock rates, designing your board to incorporate the entire old machine is not easy or cheap. And worse, it will emit just as much heat as the old system did on its own. Heat is a big factor with modern system designs, and you do not want to add 100 watts to your output and another jet turbine style fan. The initial builds of the PlayStation 3 had an overheating issue, much like the Xbox 360 did. And while we're going on your notion of, small iterations throughout the life of the system, later iterations of the PS3 removed PlayStation 2 compatibility.
And on top of that, Sony knows their own technology. It's not like a bunch of hackers on the internet who don't know how to fucking make emulators of the PS2 properly. And they keep fucking up because they have no life and they don't know what the fuck to do. Alright, Sony actually knows their fucking technology.
Don't they also know the PS3 technology as well? In fact, don't they know it better than anyone? What was that you said about the PS3 again in your original video?
I could see the PS3 because, again, the way the PS3 was designed was completely with the cell processor. It was very hard to develop for. And Alpha Omega Sin, he even made a great reference to how the PS3 was just as hard to develop for as the Sega Saturn. But the PS2 wasn't the easiest thing to develop for either. That's what a lot of people forget.
If Sony knows how to work with the PS2 technology, why don't they know how to work with the PS3 technology? You can't just have it both ways. They can't know one and not know the other, especially when the one that they don't know is newer.
Well, you know what? Your intro's fucking stupid. Jesus, it's like a minute long. What the hell is your problem? Actually, jackass, I have shortened my intro if you've seen my newer videos. Maybe you would realize that if you weren't so fucking pathetic. However, The fact that you think that my intro is stupid is entirely subjective and your opinion only, due to the fact that I have a bunch of subscribers who actually enjoy my intro.
I'll just gloss over the fact that I never called your intro stupid. I stated, my reasons for not liking your intro, but, I didn't put stupid among them. Let's just ignore that for now. So this statement about your subscribers liking your intro indicates one of two things. Either one, you actually had comments from your subscribers that stated that they did like your intro. Or two, you're using your subscriber count to attack my point. On your first point, on the first possible direction of this point, I should say, you are aware that their opinion is also subjective and their own opinion as well. So, that actually has no bearing on what my opinion is. I am a different individual than they are. Therefore, I could give a fuck what they think. I stated my reasons for why I think that. And if they disagree and have their reasons for disagreeing with what I said, they can tell me. And I will actually listen. And if you're just using the fact that you have a bigger subscriber count than me, you are aware that that is a fallacy that a lot of YouTubers use when somebody attacks them and they don't have an actual defense, right? You're aware of that, right? Also, I can actually combat it. Your subscriber count has been the same for the past week. Mine has been growing over the past week. In fact, it's been growing over the past month. Your subscriber has been around 390, so for a long time, whereas mine has been growing. Kind of indicates I'm doing something right currently that you're not.
And on top of that, what the fuck is your intro all about?
I'm not playing my own intro again. Let's just get to his points.
What? I thought it was pretty good. At least it's short and to the point. Okay, and you want to bash my intro? And you want to say that the song that I use in my intro is fucking repetitive? Dude, yours sounds like a fucking slow version out of something out of F-Zero or some shit. Literally. Okay? And on top of that, all you show is fucking Diddy Kong pictures, for fuck's sakes. Okay? So don't even talk about my intro when yours absolutely sucks. And that's a fact.
Fact? Oh, you want to talk facts? Okay, let's talk facts. You even played the intro and you didn't notice that I was playing clips from your own intro, not the actual body of the video, since there was really nothing to show in the body of the video. And yet you seem to fail to see that, and you say that all I showed was Diddy Kong. Now, in terms of me showing nothing but Diddy Kong, I showed Diddy Kong because Diddy Kong was my avatar. You may notice in the intro to this video, which is in the same series, and yet I'm using a different avatar, me, I freaking put my own face. In fact, I put this very recording as the intro. Maybe not this exact moment, but I could. And, in terms of the music, that is a cover of Katy Perry's Dark Horse, which you have to admit is 1,000 times better than the original. In fact, just to prove to you that it doesn't sound like slow F-Zero music, here's some slow F-Zero music. That sounds a lot like my intro, doesn't it? Yeah. Sure does. Yeah, I can hear the electric guitar and everything. Fuck my life.
Fuck you, asshole.
Okay, I worked long and hard on that intro, and even my mom helped me. Alright? You're just some jackass who thinks he could go around calling himself the taste god. Alright? You're no fucking taste god. Alright? You're so fucking pretentious. Jeez. Alright? And that's another thing. It's not just your PS4 video, your PS2 backwards compatibility video that pissed me off. It's also your opinions on the fucking wrestling business. Jesus. Alright? Why do you always talk so badly about WWE?
You know what's funny? Not only did I specifically avoid your wrestling videos when doing a video on you, but I also left a comment on your unpopular wrestling opinions where I quoted a scene from Santino Marella's run as a jobber that you liked, that I also liked. So yeah, I clearly hate everything about your wrestling opinion. I'm aware that's only one statement of his that I'm stating right now that I have agreed with, but trust me, it's more than what he's actually said about my own opinions.
Dude, are you fucking serious? The WWE fucking sucks right now. Alright, don't tell me you're actually gonna defend that shit and try to say that, oh, the Attitude Era was so overrated or some shit.
First of all, don't mock my fucking voice. Alright? And second of all, the Attitude Era was overrated. You guys need to learn to get with the times. Jesus. Alright? This PG era is not that bad. We at least actually have some good technical wrestlers like Daniel Bryan and whatnot. Alright?
When did I say anything about Daniel Bryan in any video I've ever made? Or are you just using me as a scapegoat for, people who don't like the Attitude Era? You're just using me as your personal straw man? Okay.
The PG era gets way too much hate from idiots like you who can't get over it. Alright? This isn't 1999 or 2000 anymore. It's 2016. Alright? The wrestling business has evolved, and we actually have great wrestlers like Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes.
Two more names I've never said at all. Seriously, have you even seen my videos? Yes, I'm aware that I'm covering up his gay joke with my voice because it's an unneeded personal attack that I never launched towards him. Also, I've never mentioned Tyler Breeze either. Wait, are you getting me to say these things so you'll have clips of me saying their names? Shit!
Okay, man. Whatever floats your fucking boat. Oh shit, who's this now?
Hey Corey, have you seen that faggot BoonSlayer?
Are you seriously bringing Green Psycho into this? Oh, I should send this video to Green Psycho. He can get onto you for gimmick infringement. I apologize, but I'm going to be skipping through the majority of his wannabe nostalgia critic shit. Let me just cover a couple things, though.
It's morphin' time!
So you like Power Rangers. You know what's funny? I did like a top 6 video of my favorite Power Rangers themes, which seems to indicate that I also like Power Rangers. So let's see. We both like Power Rangers. We both think the PS4 should have PS2 backwards compatibility. We both agree that Santino's Jobber run, earlier Jobber run was really, really funny. That's just the stuff that I know right now that we agree on. And I'm spreading bad taste how? Exactly.
I'm gonna send this loser straight to the depths of hell. Comment.
Oh, and we also both like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, bad taste, am I right?
Yeah.
Are you seriously getting on to me for my intro when you were too lazy to get an actual goddamn sound effect? Hell, that didn't even sound like an energy blast. That sounded like a Star Trek beam set on slightly annoy.
Anyway, kids, remember, having bad taste is not cool. It's totally not cool. It's very, very uncool. You should not have bad taste. You should not listen to shitty music like Justin Bieber and watch shitty WWE products that are a part of this generation, I mean. You can continue to watch the Attitude Era and all that good shit. But watching today's wrestling is just pathetic. Anyway, guys, I'm Corey Margera, and I'll see you on the flip side. Later, motherfuckers.
Before I get into my final thoughts, one thing on Justin Bieber. I reviewed a Justin Bieber song. I do music reviews. I specifically do pop music the majority of the time. I said the song was okay. I didn't say the song was freaking great. And I also said that I never liked a Justin Bieber song prior. So to say that I listened to Justin Bieber because I said one song was okay is not exactly a good statement. So if you're trying to talk about my commentary that has Bieber in the name, the video was on a pair of Justin Bieber fans who were obviously trolls and from years back, and I barely said anything about Justin Bieber at all. So yeah, you fail on two fronts. So now my final thoughts. You are aware that by calling me a loser and by putting words in my mouth the way you did, you're just making yourself look worse. Like, seriously, I'm aware that I'm responding to it, but I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm playing your video, and I'm pointing at exactly what you said and going, that's not right. Here's why. And the funny thing is, I have a feeling you're going to respond to this, too, and I don't really give a shit. Go ahead and respond to it all you want. If you have logical points, I will agree with you. If you don't have logical points, I will debunk them again. Jesus fucking Christ, my eyes! Okay, so let me explain what's wrong now that I can see again. Pink text on Pink Cat is, well, not exactly easy to read. Admittedly, there's a number of points where, it's fine enough to read, even if it is a strain on the eyes. Keep in mind that this might be more of a problem for me than it is for you, since I've had vision problems since birth. But just because it doesn't hurt your eyes in particular, doesn't mean that it's not a terrible color scheme. My advice, if you're forced to use Windows Movie Maker and thus can't put an outline on your text, which would make it look pretty good regardless, perhaps a darker color would work better, since, at least on this image, there's very little in the form of dark colors on the screen, thus giving very little space for the text to clash with the background. Finally, text commentary, which means I'm gonna have Bricklaser read your points.
You fucking homosexual.
Excuse me, you're not allowed to call me a homosexual, you're a fictional character.
I was talking about Testaburger.
Oh.
Hello everyone, Wendy Testaburger here for all your student council needs. Now then, what's today's topic? Excuse me? What the fuck do you mean a boys club? Oh god, this is gonna be one of those videos.
First, did you really need to play all 17 seconds of that to make your point? I mean, you could have easily just shown the title for a couple seconds to, keep good pacing in your video. Also, get used to the cliches. I think I need one of those bingo cards from Ryan, actually, for this one.
Welcome. Welcome to the 2015 speaker series. This is our last speaker for this semester. So,
I'm not even that far into the video and already know I'm going to regret this.
The fuck did I just say? I mean, I'd be willing to forgive the not far into the video thing, which is basically just a few seconds in cliche with different words in this instance. But if there was an actual point to why you already hated, other than the title has Boys Club in it, for that matter, this is an academic speech. With that wording, this could be against the mentality that there's a boys club.
welcome to the 2015 speaker series. This is our last speaker for this semester. So, please turn down any noise-emitting devices. But we invite you to tweet. The hashtag is LCSpeaker. Please tweet during the event.
Yes, please tweet during the event, because you know what they're about to say is so retarded that you don't mind if your listeners aren't paying attention.
Or they could want people who aren't currently present to know what's going on. Which is why they have a hashtag. And, they're also recording it so that people can watch it later if they miss anything.
Jennifer Alloway has studied the prevalence the game industry and how that impacts game content.
Citation needed. You provide zero evidence that fictional universes such as video games can truly have any kind of impact on society outside of entertaining people. People like you are no different from Jack Thompson, who tried to spread the false claim of violent video games leading to violent people. Ugh. The speaker hasn't even started yet and I'm already pissed.
Congratulations! You have finally attempted to address a point. Well, except for the fact that no one said literally anything about video games affecting society. Quite the opposite, actually. It was stated that the subject of the speaker's research is on the society of game development affecting the content, not the other way around.
An avid gamer, and an advocate for social justice and social researcher of the industry.
Depends on how you define research. If you mean spreading debunked myths and making unsubstantiated claims without proof, then sure, research.
To use your own point against you for a minute, citation needed. I'm not familiar with Jennifer Alloway, and to be quite honest, there actually is an intelligent argument for the mistreatment of women in the game industry. Anita Sarkeesian is one of those people who does not make that intelligent argument, but you have yet to provide anything that shows why we should feel the same about Jennifer Alloway.
Of the industry. She has recently written some articles in Jezebel, which I read, which were awesome. Also, I'd like to announce that...
There's your mistake. Taking Jezebel seriously.
Never mind the fact that she said that this person's articles were awesome and not the site itself. For that matter, I'm not familiar with Jezebel, like, at all. I didn't know it existed before you brought it up. Why shouldn't I take it seriously? Since I don't know what it is. If it's based on articles by certain writers, then that's not a reason to take an entire website as invalid.
They are sponsored by GPI Construction, Green Mountain, Tent Rentals, and the Richards Group.
I don't know who any of those are, nor do I actually care.
I don't care either. Oh, except for the fact that you're judging someone for stating up front who is sponsoring the event. It's not like she goes into plugging these businesses either. She just states that they're sponsors. That's the equivalent of getting onto someone for putting Patreon donors at the end of the credits of their video, or, more accurately, considering this is an academic work, PBS listing specific businesses that donated larger amounts of money at the beginning of the show. Of course they're gonna do it, because they're showing appreciation for being given the means to accomplish what they want to accomplish.
Hi everyone!
If anyone watching this actually goes to this college, I'm so sorry you had to deal with this shrill-voiced harpy. Who am I kidding? No one's gonna watch this. I have no subscribers.
Well, I found your channel just fine, now didn't I? That being said, more insults! Hooray! Oh, by the way, I did not find her voice shrill. This could be tolerance on my part for higher pitched sounds, but the point is, if that's your only point, then you need a new point.
Oh, you did that! Thank you! And just a quick mention, thank you to Landmark for hosting me. I am incredibly honored to be here. I've spent a wonderful day on campus, and I've been so inspired by all the wonderful men and women on this campus that are doing what they love here, and it's so great.
Then why are you here to ruin their day?
I would have skipped this since, you know, it's just another random insult, but good God, this is getting way too harsh for her literally having just stepped on the stage. And you haven't really told us why we're supposed to hate her already.
As someone with minor OCD and ADHD that I only found out about 3 months ago, this would have been great to know about. And I'm really glad to see programs like this that exist for people with LDs. So a little bit about me.
Yes, because we really need to know about you.
It's not like she's trying to give context as to what makes her an expert on the topic she's about to discuss, or introduce herself to people who don't know her work. Speaking of which, when are we going to get her actual arguments? Since the commentator doesn't have anything else to say about what Miss Alloway is actually saying, I'll just get to my final point.
Just that name alone is enough to make me cringe. Gaming is not a boys' club. Girls gamers are very much welcome. What's not welcome is cunts like you who barge in and try to change something gamers love and tell them that it's wrong. That's what gamers don't like.
That serves as a pretty good segue to my final thoughts. See, here's the problem with that statement. The speaker's research, for one, has very little to do with gamers. It has to do with game developers. I didn't even do any research to figure that out either. I just listened to what the person introducing herself said, instead of, I don't know, insulting her for no reason. And here's the thing, the majority of your points in this video were insults and nothing more. But then let's take a look at her trying to barge in and change things. This is being done in an academic setting, and for some reason, people tend to have this problem with a lot of videos. More often than not, the goal is not necessarily to instantly change things, but to think about the subject at hand from a point of view other than the one that you are most familiar with. And here's the kicker. At this point, it's like 24 days after the video came out, and there's still no part 2 to this part 1. That means that as far as I can tell, part 2 was not already in development when this video was made or when it came out. So my advice is simple. Finish the commentary before you upload it!